in the bed because we went to bed way early, and Daniel slept in his room.
Hmm.
And we were in bed, and she's like, "God, he's so annoying. I just can't believe." I said, "You know what else is annoying? That like you literally cannot not be mean to him." Like,
Your
You're talking about your
kids.
daughter and son. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had a sleepover for Christmas, and it was like they were kids. Like she got annoyed, and he was it's
Is
funny.
she the older one of the two?
But just by like they're Irish twins or whatever, like they're very
Oh,
close in
gotcha.
age. So
Yeah.
I try to be
just by
mean
a
to my
couple
kids
months.
to try to build teamwork within them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure, sure.
Like they all have a common enemy to rally,
That's a
Yeah,
smart way to go
rally
about it.
against.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's probably better than pitting him
I
against
mean,
each other.
to some degree. I mean, I mean, I don't want to sound like a maniac or anything, but yes, I do.
Yeah,
Like my kids having teamwork is way more important than them liking me or
sure. Yeah. Eventually, your kids are gonna like you, as long
Oh,
as
yeah,
you're not like a
I'm not worried about it.
total POS, eventually your kids will like you.
I'm very, very confident in that, even though two out of three of them, you know, have total disregard for me and
Yeah.
everything I think, know everything, but
Hmm.
I'm sure, yeah. Pretty sure they're going to grow up and be just like me.
All right. Go ahead, start recording the audio, senor.
Alrighty, we're live, by the way.
Yeah.
Realize that.
What episode number is this?
211. 3, 2, 1, let us roll.
I'm a little rusty at this, so so
I believe in you, don't worry.
Yeah.
You
good
got this.
evening. Oh, I do got this.
You got to
Good
be
evening, Endless
sing-songy.
Ranters.
So still. So serious.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 211 of your Endless Ranters podcast. We do what we want and we appreciate your support. My name's Chris. This is the year of tactical pants. Let me tell you. And I am one of your hosts for this evening. I'm joined by my other host. It's a soggy mom. No, it's a Maxwell housewife mom living in a crunchy
Wolf.
mom's world. It's Quana. How you doing?
I am doing okay. And you know what? I have a couple, like my two favorite pair of pants hat is tactical, like you like the extra pockets on your legs. Is that what a tactical pant is? Or is it more
I think what you're talking about would be cargo pants for regular people.
okay?
For civilians.
What I'm talking about are tactical pants for tactical people.
Okay.
Like myself now.
Does that like does it have like one of those the little things that the lesbians have, those hook things that holds all their
No, it doesn't have any, well, I
carabiners?
mean,
Got any
it
carabiners?
doesn't have any built-in carabiners. I see where you're going with this. No, it's got a
What'd you
carpenter
call me?
pencil slot. It's got a phone slot. It's got some tool
Okay.
slots.
Okay. All right.
Tactical
No, I don't
pants
have
are
I'm looking into it though. I'm looking
2025.
for yeah. I'm actually looking for a pair of Carhartt pants. If anyone
Oh,
has a size
you should get some tactical pants. I'll send
2932.
anybody a link if they need it.
2932.
And it's and it's a man with a plan. What's going down, producer Manny?
Go, 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 go! Take off 2024. We're back.
Right.
Oh, your animal noises made me think is this the year of some particular animal? You know what I mean? Because I know that in
Owl. Right.
China,
Oh.
owl.
I don't know. I made that up.
Because after we have our new year and we're having fun, they're just like, oh, now we're having our new year, and it's the year of the
Right.
rat, or the year of the dog, or the year of the
Ox.
whatever
Yeah.
animal was that Manny was simulating there.
Oh, that was my poor attempt at doing an impression of the Bob and Doug McKenzie show intro.
Oh.
Oh
I
man, the Great White North.
Yup.
don't know who that is. Oh no.
It
Man,
was
you give
Rick
me.
Moranis and Dave
Oh, gotcha,
Thomas.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Have we talked about that movie? Because man, I got memories of that movie, man.
I don't think we have, no.
Well, first off, what the hell is the movie called? Because I'm drawing a blank. It's like I want to say like Bill and Ted's, but it was like
No,
what
it's
was
Bob
that?
and Doug, bro. Bob and Doug.
What was that movie called though?
I'll give me a second to look it up.
Yeah, I remember me and my friend Pat riding our bikes to the Like this is pre-Blockbuster, pre-Errol's.
I bet this was like 89, 90, right?
It was like no, I'm thinking this is like middle
Because I have
school.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
This is
It
like
was late
mid
80s.
80s,
Yeah.
mid eight. No, this is early mid
Strange
80s.
Brew.
Strange Brew. There we
I've
go.
never seen that. I have no idea what you guys are
I've
talking
always heard about this movie, but I've never watched it. Is it everything? Does it live up to the lore, the hype?
Yeah,
about.
yeah, I mean, I think so. I watched the movie when I was 12. It was like hugely massively influential on me. Like it
Right.
Oh
was not even
man.
American. They were Canadians too, but it was
Yeah.
like but I think
Okay.
they were Canadians, but it was set in America. I don't know. But
Maybe we should have a
well,
movie
it
night.
was
We
set in
should watch.
Shakespeare.
I'm
Oh
down.
no.
That's a good
Never mind.
idea.
Never
No, it was actually Strange Brew has a Shakespeare Macbeth. It has a Macbeth theme to it.
mind.
Yeah, because is I think Macbeth is like
Hey man,
the
spoiler alert
castle
for the
the
educated out
castle
there.
because the beer in Strange Brew is called Elsinore or something like that,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and it's made at Castle Elsinore, and I think that's Macbeth Shakespeare,
Hmm.
Okay.
and it's just really crazy. But I remember like this is one of those early videos that me and my friends would go to the video store, rent. We were allowed to like rent it 'cause it was PG and
Hmm.
watch without any adults knowing.
Hmm.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't R rated or anything like it wasn't like dirty. It was
It was
just
a hard PG.
it was just like really wacky, subversive, like strange comedy.
Nice.
And
It's
you
what made
saw
you
it
weird. Did that movie make you a little weird, do you think?
kind of
It
because it's
added.
like, well, it
Those
maybe it
Canucks,
did.
bro.
I'm sure a lot of things did, but it's like
Yeah,
I'm kind of describing like American youth experience where it's like the first time you consumed entertainment that your
sure.
parents had no idea like
Yeah.
that you were, what it was about, that you were even
Mhm.
where you were at the time they were at work. Like they left
Yeah.
you alone for the first
Yeah.
time, and now you're watching like PG movies, and they have no idea what you're doing. So
Right.
See, mine was definitely a Playgirl. That's what we consumed. But
All
I remember that.
right.
I remember neighbor having like a neighbor like
amazing.
coming out coming out one day and be like, my
That's
dad
what I got.
has two
My
Playboys.
cheeks are red.
Be like, my dad has two Playboys in a box under his bed. Be like, what? This was like
Yeah.
crack. It
Yeah,
was like
man.
crack. This is like getting access to the internet in like
Yeah.
1983. You know,
My friend Misty had one, and I was like, I'll never forget it.
I'll
You
tell you
just
a
open
true
it like,
story. I'll
all
tell you a
right.
true story, and
Sure.
yeah. So this is like, man, I got to be less than 10. My mom and dad had divorced. I live with my mom and my sister in an apartment, and an apartment complex. They have like community
Yeah.
dumpsters.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the older kids found a whole box of Playboys, Hustlers, like premium pornography, like
Mint
Penthouse
condition.
Hustler. Yes. Like, I mean, I think now, and I'm like, man, someone got busted. Like, someone got in real
Oh,
big trouble,
yeah.
or someone
So,
came to the Lord. Someone came to the Lord that day.
or they
Yeah.
died and
And
the kids found out that their dad's a creep.
I mean, that's even worse. Like, yeah, like we were in thrall of like, but someone else was having the worst day ever because they found out their
Yeah.
dead parent was like a total pervert.
Have you seen those videos? What grandpa has like
I
smacking
see.
ass double digits.
Got to
Sorry.
Yeah.
clear that history, man.
Sorry.
Uh, but that was like the internet browser was like there was a box of like an entire like I
Yeah.
was at a very young age, but even then, like I think it must have been the excitement of the older boys that I was like, this is important. Like
Noted.
this is an important discovery that has great value
Hmm.
amongst us, amongst my my cohort,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I remember then my mom found out. I remember spending like a lot of time in my room for a couple days.
Oh, because you had
Like
one. They gave you one.
I think like the whole group, like kids
Hmm.
from all various ages got busted, So
They
it's like,
all they gave everyone took one. Is that what's going on?
no, I think that we were all like in a group just being like, oh my God, like dancing around like monkeys, like throwing, like, this is the greatest thing ever. Look at it. I'm not sure if we had the instincts to like go into hiding yet, or if we
But
were
you
just
did
like,
bring one home? Is that what?
no, no, no. I think
Okay, okay.
I got busted out in the wild, I think. And it's like it's unfair because I had no idea what it was. I knew I liked it, but I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was not taking any action. That's how young I was. You know what I mean? There was no,
Right.
I had no idea like what to even do with it. I was just like, ah,
Yeah, we bought my son an iTouch, and my friend later called it the iTouch myself because he had it. He was 12 or 11 or 12 years old, and I like went in his room. He had been sleeping, and I was like, "Well, let me just see what he's looking at."
Hmm.
Jessica Alba's boobs, Jessica Alba's butt, Jessica Alba's boobs and butt.
yeah. It's like
She had to
you
run
were
for a
like,
while.
this is really strange behavior for a 27-year-old. Just kidding.
No, he was a kid. Oh, I had to bust him. I felt so bad. Oh, it was horrible.
There's just
I
a thing.
hated
There's
that
just a,
day. I hated it.
yeah. I think,
Ugh.
yeah. I don't know. I think moms need to just like pretend like it's, just, well, I don't know.
I didn't really know anything either, so
It's
I was
really hard.
like,
It's who knows what
yeah,
to do in those situations. You know what I mean?
no. Yeah,
I
I
think it's
I
probably
talked to
just start punishing, just start grounding. That's
I
all.
remember the American Pie movie, so I was like, like if you need your private time.
Just be like, PT, PT.
It's not
It
okay.
was hard. Oh, I was a widow and his dad was a jerk, so what are you gonna do?
There should be a book on like how to raise a teenage son. It's just like just do the laundry and keep your mouth shut. I'm just kidding. That sounds terrible. It sounds really harsh.
No.
It's just one page.
You know what? That's a really good book. You should write that. You should write that book.
Just that part of
Yeah.
it. Like, as far
No,
as
Hey, you
literally,
know
the
that's
what? You should follow suit with every other YouTube, make it a digital book, put it in the link in all of our video
yeah.
descriptions, and boom, there you go.
Listen, in
yeah.
hindsight, that is like the best parenting advice I've ever heard. Honestly, for
Just
real.
put some earbuds in,
Yeah.
throw the stuff in
Yeah.
the laundry and just
Yeah. Do your
move the hell
laundry and
along. Move along with
move
your
it on.
day.
It's gonna be
Move
what
along
it's
with your day.
gonna be.
Yeah. Maybe get in your own pornography, whatever, like, yeah,
Oh my
whatever.
God.
Just leave it alone and,
Yeah,
leave them
good luck with
alone.
that. Good luck with that for you. Good luck with that for you. I escaped it. My kids didn't even have the internet. The iTouch was brand new when my kid was 12.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this generation. I think that they may be kind of old fat. I think they might be very advanced in some ways, but also old fashioned in some ways. I
Nice.
think.
Well, do you think that
Like,
that has to do with Texas because there's a lot of old-fashioned parts of being
I
Texan?
think that it might be like a normal reaction for a youth, like a younger generation when they see all the adults going batshit crazy
Hmm.
Sure.
with multiple partners and not being happy or
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like a cycle. Maybe kids just start harkening back to like, wouldn't it be quaint if we were like high school sweethearts and,
Yeah. I
got
told my
married one
friend
day
Kylie.
versus like, you're one, yeah, I'm gonna have multiple partners.
Hmm.
I told Kylie that my friend, she was married, they were from Texas, from New Braunfels, and they had been married forever. And I made them lie to my child and say that they were high school sweethearts.
I have an aunt and uncle, Aunt Mary and Uncle Fred, that they are bona fide high school
It's
sweethearts,
such a
and
good story.
she was younger than him. She used to do his homework. So I was like
Nice.
back in
Cute.
those days.
Yeah. 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 Aw, what are you gonna do? Your son has a cute little girlfriend. You said that there was some
Yeah, they've been
Christmas
together
exchange
I mean, they're in
little,
seventh grade and they've been together for like a kind of a long time for my recollection of the seventh grade period of, a maturity.
yeah.
So yeah, like a bunch of his friends are like have girlfriends that they've been together for like a year plus.
Hmm.
Wow.
This is, yeah, like sixth grade was like a damn, like musical
Yeah,
chairs or whatever. But it's
sure.
like now they've all kind of settled in, and it's like they don't want that drama. Like
Okay.
they want stable,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Couple
No,
goals.
no idea. Just kind of
Yeah.
Good
like
on them.
a little bit of.
But you had mentioned that the parents came to the house too, like her parents came over.
Well, when he had his birthday party, they let her come over, even though they've been forced to break up a few times,
Oh,
by
okay.
both by by mutual consent of both sets of parents. Like,
Okay.
but she came over, and my son, went out and shook her dad's hand and all that
Oh,
stuff.
that's
So,
cute. That's
but
cute.
it's like it's still, you know,
Yeah.
it's early in that learning for them. So
It's
they
so
do
early.
it,
Seventh grade is crazy.
but they don't maybe understand the importance of it.
Are they
Hmm.
12? They're 12 in seventh grade, right?
13 now.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
turned 13. So, and then, yeah, mom brought her for before Christmas so they could exchange their gifts, you know.
that's so cute.
So
Yeah.
it was pretty
Are
cute.
they always FaceTiming?
A
I bet
lot, yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. That's cute. You're
Hmm.
lucky. That's
How was
fun.
your Christmases and all that?
Yeah, Manny. What'd you do?
Hung out with family. That's about it,
That's,
honestly.
That's all there is, isn't it?
Yeah, I
yeah.
Yep.
mean, if I wasn't hanging out with family, I was at home, staying warm.
Yeah. Staying warm.
Was it chilly in LA these days?
It's a bit nippy, you know. New Year's Eve, there was a lot of that unsettling fog rolling through the city, making it hard to see and navigate the roads.
How cold does it get? How cold was it? Like
Uh,
50s, 60s?
it's let me see.
It's been in the 30s here.
The same. I'm literally at the foot of the mountain, so it gets cold in my area.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cold enough for sure. But it's been raining,
Uh,
so it hasn't been too cold here. It's been
Anyway,
like in
from
the
like the
40s.
high 30s to mid 40s is where it gets to over here
Yeah.
at night.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. When I take the dogs for a walk, it's between 42 and 47, and it's rainy for like weeks, it feels like.
It's been pretty mild here, but it's supposed to get really chilly in the 20s this weekend.
Oh, wow. Will you have like snow or no?
No, I don't think there'll be precipitation. That
Oh,
doesn't
just
happen.
like just makes the ice like on the roads.
Not really. No, it'll just be cold. It'll just be really cold.
Interesting. We have like black ice here that they threaten everybody with. You don't have that there?
No, we don't get precipitation is the problem. Well, we did get a lot of rain over Christmas, but it was, mild weather. So then
Interesting.
when it gets really cold, we don't get as much precipitation. We can, but it's
Interesting.
just not as often. So
All right. All
this
right.
time of year, like the lakes are all drying up, it seems like.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, I still have Christmas going here. I'm gonna take it down on Sunday,
You're one of
Oh,
those
actually.
still.
late decorator removers. It's like you take your time with it.
I just wanted the last weekend to like watch cozy TV tomorrow with like the windows shut and the lights on. I just wanted one last weekend.
I think Laura, usually we would let the Christmas stuff stay out as long as possible, but I think now because there's so much of it, she's trying to
You gotta start early.
get a start on section by section. And there's like, yeah, there's still so much stuff. And it's like a
Hmm.
Yeah.
multiple day process to
Yeah.
take
These
everything
houses are gonna take an
down.
entire day to take down, so that's fine. It's fun. I don't mind it. It'll be good. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Our
But
attic
I'm
is
also
full.
excited to have the last 2 days, and I don't care what people think. I mean,
I don't
I
like
could
it.
leave.
I think it's kind of sad myself. It is nice that more spaces in, just things open up a little bit, but at the same
Yeah.
time, yeah, it was really beautiful for 2 months almost. And
I put mine right up after like the day, like Thanksgiving. Bill brought everything out actually on Thanksgiving. I forgot about that. So yeah.
our stuff went up right after Halloween. Stuff.
Okay. Well, I might try and do
I was
that
saying,
next year.
I don't know who I was talking to before. Yeah, there's no fall season here.
The
No
HOA
gourds,
might, I think we have like restrictions with the HOA on like when we
really.
can put the stuff up.
Well, I've said it, we have a lot of Indian folks in our neighborhood, so there's
Hmm.
Diwali. Is it Diwali is the
I
Festival of Lights, yeah? Or am I,
mean,
or
is
is
that where
there
they
some?
have the miracle? Yeah, I don't know.
I might have had the wrong. I might have, but yeah, they have a Festival of Lights. So in like October, late October, it gets confusing because there's Halloween
Yes, you're
stuff
right.
up,
It
and then
is.
they have like what almost are like Christmas lights, and a lot of the companies that do Christmas light, like do all your decorations for you, they do Diwali or Christmas. It's like they're just using the same lights, the same string,
Okay.
the same wires, and all that.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, and so around here, people would be like, wow, Christmas decorations are up in October."
Right.
But it's
Right,
really
right, right.
Diwali, but
Diwali.
it looks like Christmas stuff.
Well, that's the thing with those strip up lights that we talked about the last time we
Oh man,
spun. Like they
I
can
mean,
make them for anything. They can make them for 4th of July. They can make them for Halloween. They can make them for I already said 4th of July, but you get my point.
Hmm.
yeah,
What
that's
happened
gonna
to
be a
my
problem.
fire?
I really hate these. I probably went off on that last time, but these freaking
You did.
cheap
You did.
ass, cheap ass
Yeah.
neon lights.
The LED lights or
Amazon.
I
whatever.
still have two neighbors behind me still have this crap. These whack ass Chinese light shows going in like I'm like right in my backyard. Terrific. And these are like really expensive houses. I don't even know what these people do for a living, but they have no taste whatsoever or judgment.
Well, I mean, maybe I think they think that they're like the neighbor that has them in my neighborhood. They're the ones that like go all out. I think they're fancy. I think
Hmm.
they get sold like a bill of fancy goods. I think they think that it's like a big deal. My friend has it. I hope she's not watching this. One of my good friends
Hi,
has
if you
it.
are.
Yeah. She also has like a storm, no, what's it called? A storm chain instead of a drain. From her thing, it's like a chain. It's like a big, thick chain, and the water comes down the chain. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah, storm chain.
So what does it do? Does it
Yeah.
just like, is it for ambiance music? I mean, sound effects or what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
there is a little bit of a sound effect to it, but I don't know. I guess
It's
less
essentially
like
like
congestion.
if you put, I mean,
Is it for gunk?
everybody's got a storm drain, like a gutter, like
Right.
the aluminum tubes,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's just like a fancier way to have the water. I guess you can see it. That kind of sounds
Okay.
kind of cool, but still, I really hate these people. I'm sorry about your
Okay.
friend, to your
Yeah.
friend. But
Yeah.
like,
No.
yeah, there's just contractors roaming around these neighborhoods saying like, "Oh, would you like this for $1,000?" Like, okay. And it's like,
Yeah.
you can buy these cheap lights on Amazon for like $10 for 100 feet.
Yeah.
But
You
they
could do
have
it
these
yourself.
contractors roaming around these neighborhoods around here, knowing that knowing about, like people want to put on a show or
Well, this
something.
is
So
how they
they,
sell it. You don't
yeah,
have to put up your Christmas lights every year. So they talk to the lazy dads and they're like, listen, this is going to be like you can make your wife
yeah,
happy at Easter. You can light up Halloween.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
like, you're going to be the star of the show, dad. That's
They're
how they
like,
do it. They get
and then
to
they're
the
just
lazy
like,
dads.
we need you to sign this waiver that acknowledges that the blue will not be blue, the purple will not be purple, the red will not be red, the yellow will not be yellow, the white will not be white. None of the colors will look right. None of them will look right. Looks terrible. Looks
And you will
terrible.
still buy it and put up with it.
Yeah, it's for the
And I
lazy
gotta
dads.
imagine, like for the contractors, like they must be making a killing. In all fairness to
Yeah.
them, even though they are my enemy, all fairness to them, like they got to make a killing because the margin on this is got to be outrageous.
Imagine if your
And all they're doing is
business was
taking the
just
risk
going
of
to
getting on a
people's
ladder.
houses and putting screws up to hang their own lights. Imagine if that was your business. Like,
Well, that's what we have that guy.
I know. Okay, well, I mean, I have the screws and I always think like, well, that's ingenious. Like, look at those screws. Like, they just hold up the lights.
Well, I
It's
think
perfect.
they do like our guys come out and they have some kind of clips up top, but then they have like hot glue guns where they like glue like the stuff. And
Oh
then when they
no,
come
we
back,
have like hooks, like so you can put your, oh, you have people come out and hang your lights. Gotcha. All right. Not only not
I'm
the
not really a
lazy
ladder.
dad.
I will do stuff, but I mean, I'll do all kinds of. I just don't want to get up on a ladder. I mean,
Okay.
by like 2 o'clock on a Saturday, my balance is not so good. I
Okay.
know my limits. I know my
You know
limits.
your limits. That's so smart. Good
Yep, yep,
job. Good
yep.
job.
Maybe like a step stool by that
Yeah.
time. Step stool's okay, but
Yeah. Yeah.
ladder.
Yeah.
Witnessing bee removal.
I was
Not,
gonna say, yeah. Don't
not.
ever, yeah.
I'm not checked out for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know your limits as a dad, as a man. It's good. That's
I think
good.
he was like, I think he was like hot. Well, this is a great service though, because it started a long time ago. We bought the lights, and they just it's not that much every year for them to come out and put them up and take them down, and they store them for us.
That's amazing.
And it's really, I mean, I'm not kidding. It's really not that bad.
That's great. Yeah,
But
no.
they are the classic. They're not LED. I don't know. They might be. I haven't really take a
Okay.
good look. But they are the They are white. They're white
And you
lights.
have to like pay to replace the bulbs and stuff like that, right?
No, that part of the service is they come out and they'll replace them.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
because it's
Wow.
local. It's like a local company. Like I think it was started by someone that was actually in our neighborhood at the time.
Yeah. It's a great business. It's a really, really great business. Like people who rent strollers and cribs. And I mean, there's so many things that you can do to make money. It's just wild that people aren't doing it.
I wonder what kind of avenues I could take to generate some passive income as well that I haven't thought of yet.
Renting car seats, especially in LA, Manny. That's a big
Yeah.
deal. Renting car seats. And if you have a place to store car seats or portable cribs, those things make a lot of money.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I'm getting into woodworking more and more. So
I think
that's
about your shelves all the time. I want to build, I think they would be perfect for my wall. Like
oh
I want to
yeah,
ask my neighbor to build them for like my cats to run on and or for plants.
my
I feel
French
like they
cleat
would be
walls. Yeah, yeah.
perfect for plants. Like, yeah, if I could find
Yeah.
the stud.
So Chris, one of the highlights of my Christmas was when my family came over for Christmas Eve, and my mom was like, "Ariel, you gotta go out and see Chris's garage workshop." And yeah, I had my French cleat wall up, and so
Nice. Your mom was
some of the
proud. She wanted everyone to go out and look at it.
yeah.
Oh, that's
But
so
yeah, so
cute.
like, but they were all the male relatives were legitimately impressed.
Nice. Nice. Well, good. That's cute. Moms never disappoint, man.
Yeah,
For
so
real,
I've started to
dude.
build some things, get all my like table saw, my miter, all like the important power tools I need. So I
Yeah.
built a few things, built like planter boxes for myself, my mom. So starting to work on stuff like that that maybe I don't know. So
Nice. That's cute. Nice. Not
I like
cute. What do you say? I don't know what to say. I'm
I don't
sorry.
care. Yeah, I like just like using the tools.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a guy that lives at the end of my street who has a full-on business where he just started like putting up shelves and building this and that and does closet doors. He makes the little sliders, for
So
the
he's like
bathrooms.
a handyman or a carpenter type
I think
dude.
just like a woods workman. Like
A journeyman, as they call him.
he makes like doors and like those, like the barn doors that slide. I think that's how he started
Yeah.
with the sliding barn doors.
Hmm.
I
And
like
he,
those, by the way.
yeah. So I was thinking about asking him to make the shelf, like cleats. And what'd you call them? What kind of cleats?
French
French
cleats. Yeah.
cleats. Yeah. I think
There's a
I'd
lot of
like
like if you
that in
just
the
go on
hall.
Amazon, Amazon, I had to say .com, like you weren't sure.
Sure. You know
Like
what? It's fine.
it's not Amazon.biz.
Yeah.
It's Amazon.com you got to go to. But like
I
the
say
French
Dutch
cleat,
Brothers, so it's
there's like
fine. Yeah.
metal ones, there's metal ones, plastic ones, all kinds of
Oh, like I could buy them and just put them on my wall myself. Okay. All right.
it's really I make them out of wood and
All
all
right.
that, but you can buy them out of wood, but there's metal ones. It's just a system of
Okay.
like something that hooks into place that
Yeah. It
yeah,
just makes sense. Yeah.
kind of
Obvious.
locks.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
nice.
that
Okay.
I have seen art pieces hung like that. Um, where
Yeah.
you have like a cleat wall and you hang the things on that. It'll all make sense if you Google it. So,
Yeah. No. All right. I'm
but I
on
built a
it.
lot of those things. I built like custom holders for different tools um,
That's awesome.
to hang on there.
Well,
Yeah,
good.
and then to be honest with it, part of it is like just doing that stuff.
Being
Part
in
of it
your
is just kind of
garage.
like
Oh, so
not
you
yeah,
can use
part of
power
that, but
tools after 3, or you just mostly use your power tools in the morning?
no, to be honest, I use power tools throughout the day, evening.
Okay. God bless you.
Whenever he
Yeah,
wants, damn it.
I do
It's
use
America.
I use a like a mask though. I do mask up sometimes. I'll breathe all that
That'll
stuff
save your
in.
fingers.
Yeah. No, I'm actually, yeah, they're like, yeah, they make a lot of noise and they're very, yeah, they scare you a little bit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Even in certain states, I still respect them a lot.
Good. Good, good,
But yeah,
good.
no, part of it's just like kind of like building organizational stuff. Because if you want to if you go online, you're like, I'm gonna buy tool storage. It's like it's a lot of money.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but you start making stuff yourself, and at that you start building skills and um, that hopefully take the bigger projects. So
Nice.
that's kind of what I'm going to
Well,
be doing a lot of in 2025 as who knows what else is going on. I'm not sure what'll be
exactly.
on the TV or what, but man,
Yeah. What is gonna happen? It's wild that like we're only 3 days in and so many things have happened already. And there's still, 17 days, 18 days till the inauguration. Is that even gonna happen? It's wild.
Oh
Everything's so
man,
wild. I just feel like I'm disassociating more and more. I'm just like, I don't
just counting
care.
down to the
Like
days.
I have nothing to
it is kind
say.
of getting weird. I don't know. I might need to take a break before we can keep getting in depth on this, but yeah, it does. Like you're thinking, like, what are they going to do to him now? What are they going to do to Trump in 2025?
Yeah.
Like they tried
Yeah.
to do in 20, because they can't do Russian collusion again. I mean, they might. I don't put it
Sure.
past them to try,
Right.
you know, or be like, he's colluding for some other country now.
Yeah.
He switched
Well, I mean,
allegiances to Kazakhstan or something.
another, I mean, I don't know if it was an attempt on his life, but blowing up a car at Trump Tower seems a little bit like threatening. You know what I mean? It seems like maybe they're, I don't know, just like
That's such a weird
got to be a
case.
constant thing, right? That he's worried about.
Y-
He's not
Yeah, I
walking
mean, he must
around
have been
with
worried
a
when that happened, but that's a weird
vest
case.
on.
That's a weird case because that guy was apparently like a big fan of Trump.
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, there's old
Oh,
Facebook, old social media where
oh,
he's all
okay.
about it. Like
Okay.
I'm not, not recent stuff. I mean,
Like
Those are
me
all
or
AI generated. Come on, don't fall for it.
they're trying to turn it into something else, but I
was
mean,
he
it
like
seems
apprentice Trump fan like me or
no,
like
apparently
from old school Trump?
one of his ex like some stories about one of his ex-girlfriends was like a super lib and he was not, and that was like a source of major tension in their
Yeah.
relationship and breakup or something like that.
Do we know how
Hmm.
old he was?
I'm sure I've seen it.
Okay.
I'm
Like
guessing
in
like
his 30s, maybe?
early
Okay.
30s, I think. Maybe mid
That's
30s.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Throw your whole
But
life away. It's weird. It's such a weird
there's
thing.
too, yeah, I don't know. There's way too much going on there.
Yeah. Well, they keep adding layers to it, which is, it's like, look this way, look that way, look up, look down.
Look within.
Yeah, obviously. First.
Yeah. I gotta go
Uh,
check on the kid for real quick, but I'll be right back.
Sure.
all right.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Manny and I'll hold it down.
I was speaking with a friend yesterday about this, all the time leading up to the inauguration, and I was telling him maybe you should get a dry erase board or a piece of paper and then just write down the key events that happened for that day, and then maybe like 2 or 3 days before the inauguration, just go over and see if there's like a general theme or a connecting narrative or some shit that is just like,
Right.
yeah. But then
Well, I
again,
mean,
I was just
it's
really
there's been
baked when I said
something
that.
like every single day so far. There's been, some big things going on. So maybe that's just it. Like create this chaos where people like I really just feel like I don't care about a lot anymore. I don't know. I don't know what
You're
that is.
overwhelmed by it. You're burnt out. You're just
It's
like,
just too much. Every time
ugh.
I hear about those drones, I really start laughing. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like,
They were drones.
and why, if there's 9-foot drones, why hasn't it been mentioned on the news? Like, is it just like, I
Well,
don't know.
there's been congressional hearings and whatnot about it, so it's
Yeah,
not
but
like
why are there not pictures, like better pictures of it? Like, what's going on? Just topic of conversation, just something to talk about?
Yeah, they're just trying to get a general feel for the discourse in the air amongst the populace. They're just like, where are they at? Let's throw out some drone information. Let's throw out some, some stories, and we'll see what sticks. What catches our attention.
Do you think it's going to turn to aliens?
See, here's the thing about the whole alien thing is that I do believe they exist, but I feel like the powers that be have just like know that, so they'll just parade out aliens whenever they want to distract us from some other bullshit that they're up to. So it's just like,
Tucker Carlson interviewed that guy that was like a professor at Berkeley, and he said that he like wrote
wait,
some
one of the
papers.
Weinsteins or Weinstein or whatever or who?
Oh, I honestly don't know what his name was, but
Uh-huh.
I guess he has done like looked at the brain study of somebody who was part of like a recovery crew
Hmm.
and the way that they were affected by what they recovered. Like he read their scans and said that it was definitely something outer worldly that like had changed whatever he saw in their brain.
Here's the thing about like crashed UFOs or alien bodies or just debris from out of this world. I would never go near it. There's way too much radiation on it. No, thank
Yeah.
you. No, thank you. You go near it, you'll get fried or fucking grow an extra limb or just die later that night of really.
So what do you think about radiation? Because
It
Elon
exists. It's
Musk,
real.
I know, but Elon Musk said on Joe Rogan that he would eat fish right from like I can't remember where he said, but like the
Fukushima. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But he said that's not even real. So like I shouldn't be limiting my sushi intake. I don't know. Anyways.
And there's also people claiming that no one's ever really been affected or died of mercury poisoning from eating too much fish either. So I don't know. You can't be too certain of what the fuck to trust or go off of when it like again
Well, like
like
our bodies can handle some levels of radiation, right?
true.
Yeah,
Because they do every day.
Yeah.
X-rays. Yeah. Oh, and our
Not
phones.
just from the sun
Yeah. Oh
and
my gosh, the
everything, I
sun
guess.
was so bright today. I looked at it for like 1 second and it's my eyes were flashing for 30 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's the craziest sun I've ever seen in my life today. It's been foggy here though, so
It makes
That's
me think
Bill
about
Gates, bro.
the remember that was that huge oil rig explosion in the Gulf of Mexico. There was a
and it
movie
was
made
on
about it
fire.
even. There was a movie
Oh,
made about it with Marky Mark,
yes. Mm-hmm.
like Horizon, like or, I
Yeah,
don't know, but it was like a
totally.
BP, maybe
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Oh
And then
yes, I do remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but like
Deep Sea Horizon or whatever it
it's
was.
unclear whether or not it and you saw like the underground footage of that oil just like like just spraying out in the ocean.
Hmm.
But it's kind of unclear whether it really had any kind of
Effect.
yeah,
I mean,
because like
maybe the aliens.
there's organisms that are just like, oh, okay, this stuff is on Earth, we can deal with it. Like maybe this is kind of a lot, you know,
Yeah.
but it's still a large body of water,
Yeah.
and this stuff is not. I guess we would consider it chemical, but it's not really a chemical because it's just it is natural.
Petroleum. Right.
It's natural, like naturally forming underground.
Yeah.
That Earth
Interesting.
juice.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Maybe it was
that's
like maybe there was like a huge cover up, but it's like it didn't seem like
well,
because they were like everybody
didn't
on
Dawn
the
dish soap kind of capitalize on that oil spill?
oh
Yeah,
no,
they
that was the
did.
Exxon Valdez
Oh, okay.
One of
All
them.
right. All right.
where Dawn dish soap
I'll tell
took
you what, that
over and
Dawn dish
crashed an
soap,
oil tanker just for marketing. I'm just kidding.
Dawn dish soap,
Whoa, man, you're getting
baking
too deep
soda, and
now.
I
vinegar, you
know.
don't need any other scrubbing agents. So Dawn dish
Have you
soap, there's something magic in that, honestly.
you haven't seen the documentary about how Palmolive took over the Exxon Valdez and
I soaked in
vinegar.
it. Remember there was like a manicure
I remember
slogan?
that Palmolive. Yeah, I remember those
When I
commercials.
did I was at manicures for years and the ladies would say, "Is this palm olive?" It's like, no, it's literally not.
The
It's dish soap. Are you
they had
fucking
women
kidding
like
me?
you can make your hands more beautiful by doing dishes. What a good
Yeah.
time. What a great time to live in. man.
Yeah, that's not true. I
Quaint
have to wear
times, good
gloves.
times.
Yeah.
Like, no, just do the dishes. Do the dishes more. Just use palm olive and just do dishes all the time. Cook,
Yeah,
do more dishes with palm olive, and your hands will look like
bro.
you're 18.
They look
Yeah,
great.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Man,
That smell though. Like, can you smell palm olive if you think about it?
yeah.
Like, yeah. So that's a good one. I'm not I have no chemicals in my house, but like I think about palm olive. Uh, Yeah, I do
We
have
used
the
to have
Dawn.
we used to have our priorities straight as a nation. We used
Yeah,
to way
it's true.
back,
It's true.
way back in the days of palm olive and lightly offensive Calgon commercials.
Yeah, Ring
You
Around the
know,
Collar,
ancient Chinese secret, whatever.
Maxwell House.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
times.
Don't give out that ancient Chinese secret, by the way. All right,
simpler time.
they'll come after you.
That guy was incredibly entertaining. It's
Yeah.
like just like Yan Can Cook. You remember that guy, Yan Can Cook on
Oh, fuck
PBS?
yeah. Yeah.
I used to watch that guy with my mom.
That was
Yeah.
before my time.
No, it's good. It was so
I wonder if
offensively
he's still.
Asian.
I wonder if he's still alive.
Do you remember Long Duck Dong?
Oh, it was another one of those. That was. I think that was like. That might have been one of the first PG-13 movies or movies that was PG. But then when the PG-13 rules when PG-13 got created,
Yeah.
like they slapped it on it when it came out for VHS.
Yeah. My
Something about
foster
that.
sister
There's something
had
about that one.
double D's.
What?
And my foster sister had these double D's. They were so big. And after that movie, we shared a room, and every night I would come and I would be like, I saw a titty. And I would,
Ah,
It's good to know. That movie was crazy. But I remember
oh, I
watching that movie.
loved
I remember
him. Yeah. John
that
Hughes
was
movies
a
were the
different time.
best. They were so good. Yes.
There was a time in America where it was like
It was
it
so
was either
good.
things are very black and white. It was like this movie is okay for everybody, including children,
Oh yeah.
or this movie's not is okay for anybody over seven or whatever,
So
17 or
many
18.
inappropriate movies that were made to be watched. Like you just
Yeah, it
saw the
was
movie.
like
You saw every movie when you saw the movie that came out, like Poltergeist. I still remember seeing that at a very young
I was
age.
very I was very
they're
sh- I was
here.
I didn't see a lot of that stuff because I was very sheltered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't. My mom was a teenager, so
We
she would just drag me to the show with not like
I'm sure I've told this story before, but when we went to Blockbuster and got Johnny Dangerously, remember the movie
Mm,
with Michael Keaton,
right.
where they did
oh,
it was PG, but they did fake cussing.
not fake
So
cussing.
in this movie, Johnny Dangerously, they would be like, "He's a son of a biscuit," and they would be like, "Oh, and they said they would say Fargan ice hole. So
Yeah,
I'm not. You can search this up. It would be like, "Oh, you Fargan ice hole."
yeah.
And I like my parents did like a shoulder roll in the living room to like hit the stop button on the VCR. We didn't get to finish it. We never got to finish that movie. I was like 13 years old. We got Johnny Dangerously on the VHS. It played like 10 minutes, and then my parents were like, no. I
That's
don't, that was the years before I ever saw the rest of Johnny Dangerously.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. I used to not cuss when my kids were little. Like I have a lot of good gravy and working in their classrooms, you gotta come up with things to say.
Is
Sometimes they
that what
still
you
come
call it?
out. Yeah.
That's why I try to avoid those school activities, stuff like
I,
that.
s- I worked almost, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 days a week at the school. I just loved it. I love being in their classrooms and helping their teachers and stuff. It's my favorite part of their life. Yep. Now they're old
Oh,
and, you know,
They hate each other. No, I'm just kidding.
they don't. They just
One likes
so
to bully the
different.
other.
Yeah. You kind of bullies
before
all of
I
us.
before I took a break, you
Yeah,
guys brought it back to the lighter side. We
yeah.
were talking
Yes.
about 2025 and like what could kick off.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, we're only 3 days
Oh,
in and it's like kicking. There's a
I
lot
know,
going
I know
on.
Quana. I know I'm in like a constant state of like, I'm here to have a good time, but I'm
Hmm.
also a little
Yeah.
bit worried. Quana's worried a lot. What about you, Manny? Like, what gets down to you? Like, are you hearing
So
all the same stuff? Like, we're like always chattering about. It's like, are you getting that stuff too from?
getting that and some other in not like earth-shattering info, but just different angles or different takes. So,
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking. Yeah.
and it's just it's wild to me because I keep on thinking back to when I was a child, when I was growing up, and I would just be kind of lost in thought, thinking, I wonder what my adult life is going to be like, how the future is going to be like, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not disappointed. I'm more, I guess, vexed or flummoxed with the whole situation, as far as just like how people move in the world, like the way they choose to do things or not do things, or just screw the little guy over, just how everyone's just out for themselves or for profit, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel right.
Okay, I
So
get you. No, I
Yeah,
don't
you'd have to be
disagree.
living under a rock if something didn't feel right. If you didn't have that feeling, if something feels wrong, there I would be worried about you. Like everyone should have a feeling of like something about this just doesn't feel right, right?
yes, you're not
Yeah.
wrong. And also taking it back to the happy hour, by the way, anyone listening that wants to join the Endless
Yeah.
Runners Facebook group, we get together before the shows and talk shit for a couple hours. Russ had said that people are just fucking crazy, and it's just like, well, yeah, I can't lose sight of the fact that people can go fully unhinged and do some crazy shit. So I try not to like clutch my pearls and kind of
Right.
get lost in the fact whenever some shit does go sideways, and I'm not trying to come across cold either. It's just trying to be more level-headed and
Yeah.
just be informed as to what happened, what were the events or everything that led up to it, I guess I should say. It's like what
It's just
happened.
it's so fast is the thing. Like it's there was like a shooting in Brooklyn, then the New Orleans, then Las Vegas. Like it just like it's so fast. It's only been 3 days. It's just so fast.
Then there was New York, the subway rider that got set on fucking fire. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, there's so much. Then the handsome CEO guy
Oh,
that everyone was
Luigi.
going crazy about.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, the thing that happened, so the McDonald's employee that that ratted Luigi out
Stop.
didn't get the money and also was fired. I was just like that. That's again goes to show like that highlights another aspect of human, like the current situation that we're living in. Is just like
It's so fake though. Like
it's
the arresting officer was Officer Fry. Shut up. I'm so sick of this. The lies, like the audacity, the way they treat us like we're literally retarded.
What if
So crazy. There's a letter in the Cybertruck. A letter survived the Cybertruck
the
in front of Trump Tower. A letter survived it.
no,
Okay.
that's what I
His body was
mean.
burnt beyond recognition, but a letter survived. Okay.
That's what I mean. There's
Um,
just so much fuckery and just weird shit surrounding all these events and just like natural human incompetence that just peppered about. It's just like it's like it's nothing short of a farce. I'm sorry to say, like, and I don't want to again don't want to come across cold or callous, but it just feels so fucking farcical.
I found myself laughing about it.
what if I said like what if I was like asked you like has it always been this way?
I
Like
I'm
even when the three of us were just like sitting around a hay bale as like peasants in like medieval England, like talking
I
about like
do
oh the fucking King Henry like but like because for them it was like they were like changing kings like every couple years, every couple few years.
right.
Right.
Like that was that it's a little bit like the human condition is crazy. Like Russ said, every humans are insane. I think that like I would say humans are irrational, and then like
Hmm.
there's always a percentage of them that are like chemically insane. Like just
Hmm.
like just missing something. Um, but yeah, I kind of think like has it always been this way? Like obviously, yeah, like the technology is different,
Mm-hmm.
right? The information, the way you get information is different,
Mm-hmm.
but has it always been just farcical? You know, like if you're, I don't know. I think of, we were talking about Shakespeare earlier.
Right.
It's like some of those themes. So what
Were we
Henry
talking
the
about Shakespeare or was it a weird
I
movie that it was
was
Shakespeare?
I was talking about a
Shakespeare
strange bird.
adjacent.
So it's like Henry the Fifth is like there's a some of that is told from the point of view of peasants that were like people that were conscripted into war that had no choice.
Right.
Right.
Um, and a lot of that is like them in their way and different accents and all kinds of whack ass words, like talking about how farcical the human condition was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I think
I-
enough time, enough history is behind us that we're starting to see it more now than probably people that were living through it at the time could,
so
if that makes sense.
do you think?
Okay, that's okay. I agree, but then at the same time, it's like, but do we? Because it's like we have the Cybertrucks and we got Cybertrucks that have like telemetry
Hmm.
that are like keeping track with a server somewhere in the world, like 24/7.
And see, that's unsettling to me. It's like I don't like the fact that my car
But
that
we're still just
again,
as confused. We
yeah.
have so much information and technology, but we're still just as confused. So I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know if things are any different really.
Hmm.
Fundamentally, like on the surface, yeah, but
Well, it always comes back to something that rings true in my head is like there's nothing new under the sun. So it's just like, okay, let's just see what
yeah,
current
that's in the
iteration
Bible.
we're
I
living
think
through
that's
right
in the
now. Like,
Bible. Maybe Ecclesiastes or something like that could be searched up, but that's from the Bible. Nothing new under
mhm.
the sun.
So that's kind of like the thing I tell myself whenever shit's just going a little crazy or is a little wacky. It's just like nothing new under the sun. Just smoke a little weed and just get through the
Doesn't
day.
Corolla always say that like it's pretty narcissistic to think that it's gonna end in your time? Like everybody always thinks that like it's gonna happen in their time, like the end is gonna come in their
Right.
time.
Right.
Well, Adam has basically the worst timing of any entertainer in the world, where he had like the whole like he was going to do
He's annoying the fuck out of me lately, I'll tell you that right
remember
now. I'm
he was
almost
gonna
an
Oh
anti-fan.
wow.
he was gonna do the whole uh who's the Willie T. Ribs. He was gonna do the
Yeah.
Willie T. Ribs series with John Cena, then John Cena just dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
And then he
unfortunate.
and then when he was doing the Willie T. Ribs doc, he's like doing all this, he's got all this footage of him like interviewing Bill Cosby, and that's when Bill
Yeah.
Cosby like gets
That's
that's
Yeah.
when all
funny.
this stuff comes out. He gets put and thrown in prison.
It's like, damn it.
So it's like Adam's just like, it's so narcissistic to think the world's going to end on your watch. And that's like, fucking, oh, here we go. Like,
It's
we're
like,
going to
here you
be
go,
done.
Ace Man.
Like 2025 is the end. Cause like, that's it. That's Adam's whole thing is when he puts a bet down,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so many
true.
bet.
Yeah, everyone wants to know what his bet
Oh
is.
no.
And to go
That's
off of
Oh
so
that.
no.
funny. That's
Yeah, we
funny.
better, now we're all of a sudden, we've, we've come full circle to being an anti Adam Carolla podcast. Oh no.
So annoying, the stuff
So
that he's
sorry,
doing
Addie.
with his ex-wife. It's ridiculous.
Well, what? I don't know. I've been
Oh
pretty
my
checked
gosh,
out.
there's
I've been
like
pretty checked out for the
so
last few
much
weeks.
drama with the catch a contractor people with them and Lynette Carolla's group. Like they're just having like a field day back and forth.
Was
Um,
is Adam involved in that, or is this just side
Yes,
drama?
Adam Carolla literally made a post saying how one of the catch a contractor people, like he heard a funny story from them and it was about Lynette did like a podcast about the catch a contractor lady. So yeah.
One of the hosts, one of the co-hosts, just say that.
One of the goats.
Oh man, I wonder if I'd want to know more about this. I'm not really sure yet.
I was like, but Adam's like this is not the ship. Let's call it a ship, like a cruise ship. Let's call it a cruise ship. This is not the ship to, you know.
The pirate ship's days are long gone, man. They
It's
have to
so weird. Like your ex-wife, like why are you, I don't know, just weird. They're like having beef, but Corolla like put his fork in it in like a weird spot. I don't know. Yeah, so he's annoying me.
I feel like if there's anybody, like any ex that you've ever been with that you want to have a beef with, it is not Adam Carolla. Because like I think that
Yeah.
like if his podcast is having a little bit of ratings problems, like if he decides to like get fired up about this,
Yeah.
about like
Yeah.
divorce rules,
I think that
like
there's
he
a
might,
I think there's a no
oh
talk
yeah,
clause.
it's too bad.
And I think one of the catch a contractor people was talking about it online. Like, I guess there's like a for crying out loud hey group. And so there's a lot of drama. But then Adam was
Yeah.
like, hey, I want to talk about this too. And I was like, Adam, why are you putting your nose in this? Like, it's ladies fighting. Like,
I wonder, I don't
why are you
know.
getting in a bitch fight? Like, why are you doing that? It's
Um,
annoying. Don't do that. Don't be that guy, you
hmm.
know?
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, I don't
his
know anything
ladies
about
taking,
it.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna send you screenshots. I'll put it up.
Well, I mean, I would guess that Lynette shouldn't be. So, yeah, yeah.
I don't think Lynette's doing it. The catch a contractor person was like saying some pretty slanderous things about her.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I mean, I guess maybe she heard from Adam's girlfriend and that's where the
It
liable part of it comes into play. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, that's what you get when you're in Hollywood, Hollywood ace.
Hollywood
Like
Ace.
I don't want anything, I don't want any of that on him. And I like a world where he's rich and happy
I do too.
and having a good
Yeah.
time, but at the same time,
You know what though?
I don't know.
Alimony is not meant to break a person. So, I mean, it just shows how rich he is, honestly. You know what I mean? That he can afford that kind of alimony. I know everybody's really upset about it, but if he can, if that is the actual number, which who knows if it is or not,
hmm
if that is the actual number, I mean, God bless him. That means he's
I
making a
personally,
ton. Because
I
California is very cut and dry. It's very clear. Like it's a computer algorithm. It's just very clear.
Yeah, personally, I don't think that Adam made all the changes to the podcast, and I mean, I could be way wrong, but
Yeah.
my sense is that, I mean, I guess maybe it is connected directly, indirectly, but my sense is that Adam wanted to kind of do different. I don't think Adam
Yeah.
wanted to
The
do
stand-up
the.
stuff. I think
I don't
that
think
was
Adam
always
wanted
his
to do a
dream,
show
right?
with. I don't think he wanted to do a show with Bald and Gina for the next 20 years. I think he wanted to get into different stuff.
Yeah.
He wanted to have. I
Um,
think that more people are asking him to be on their show.
hmm
yeah.
And that what that requires is him being a little less committed to this like operation
Yeah.
and having these people that he's paying a lot, I'm sure a good chunk of money
Sure.
to be more like on call than this is our thing. And he wanted to do different stuff and be more flexible. And I think it was only
It
natural
does
whether or not
feel
he was
like a
going through
wind
that or not.
down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're right. And I think it's like with age, like at some point you should be retiring and like leaning into something different. You know what I mean? And I imagine
I
doing six pods a
think,
day was a lot, you know? Wasn't he doing
well,
like a four or five?
I defend him and I tell people that like Adam Carolla doesn't know you shit. All his loyal listeners for the last 20 whatever year. Like he doesn't know you shit.
Yeah, it's true.
You got what you got. You paid
I
nothing.
loved,
You
I
paid
feel
almost
so
nothing.
much, yeah, I feel he's enlightened my life in so many ways. I am
Yeah, he
who I
doesn't know you
am a lot
anything.
because of Adam Carolla. So,
So it's like, but I think that his listeners get, because he is like
icon.
like mentally workaholic. Like
Yeah.
they don't realize he's like 60.
hmm
Yeah, sure.
So when you hear him talking and he sounds like the same, like you don't realize like he's probably got like a physical inclination to go to bed earlier
hmm
and like sleep later and just doesn't really kind of feel like doing 7 different podcasts a day and being
I
everywhere.
also
And
wonder if like Jimmy is just like, bro, why are you killing yourself? Like, just I'll pay you. Come do
I'm
this.
sure part of it
You
is that
know?
he notices all his friends that are 60 are not like doing
What he's doing.
like balls to the
Yeah.
wall 24/7. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's just my sense, my kind of.
Man. Well, I hope we come back super funny. I'm excited for the comeback.
A lot
Did
of
you guys
change in
listen to the Ace
2025.
Awards? Did you
Yeah,
Nah,
listen to
we
the Ace Awards?
nah. I
I
got maybe
didn't
halfway through it, and I just
I
was
did
like,
too. I feel so bad.
I think he knows that, and I think that's why he knows like that it's time to kind of move along or move do some different stuff because like the people that were loyal that listen to every Ace Award show 10 years ago like have kids now and they're, you know, there's
It's
also a lot
not
of
that
crazy
though. It's just not as, I
a
mean,
lot of crazy stuff going on in the world to where I'd listen less just organically because I want to know
what the fuck's going on?
because there's a lot more
yeah,
there's a lot more other stuff going on than I'd like to know about.
yeah, that's true.
Now, I think that I think people have made this something similar, like people miss like the Bald and Gina days
Right.
because it was more of a current events show to where if there was a terrorist event on a Sunday
Yeah,
or on a day,
I miss that part.
you would expect that the next episode would be Bald and Gina and Brian, like three people that you just,
Yeah,
like just whatever you got to know over the years, whatever, like them or not like them, you just got to know them. And
Hmm.
sure.
you kind of want to hear what they
I
think
missed
about it.
that with the election. It made me sad. Like I wanted to hear what he had to say about it. I wanted to hear I'm so used to like over the years like hearing their take on the things that are happening and that's I think the part that I miss the most about the show, honestly. Even like it's like they don't talk about current events at all because they're recording so far in advance or,
Now
whatever.
I said that, but I think it was more like non-political current events, maybe, because like I think that
Okay.
when more political stuff happened, and maybe this is part of Adam's reason to break things up, is because when more political things would happen, they weren't on the same page.
Yeah,
Right.
So
it's
I
very
think
obvious.
he didn't feel comfortable like he wanted to like go off on something for a day for that day, and he was like, oh, like
Right.
that's if I do that, they're just gonna sit there like twiddling their thumbs
Oh,
and
for those guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like, in general, I would be fine with him talking to Mayhem about current stuff. I just feel like the way they're scheduling or
yeah.
recording, it's just like it seems a little bit
That's a
disconnected from
I
what's
think people
happening.
feel that too. People
Yeah.
feel that too in the group that the Mayhem Adam connection is kind of a little, I don't mean
It's a fresh a breath of fresh air.
I like it.
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying his addition.
like it's Adam talking about something that happened yesterday, saying what he thinks, Mayhem saying what he thinks.
Yeah.
And
And
I
Mayhem
think a
seems
big
to
part
really
of
like
the
Adam. I always like people who like Adam. Like if they
yeah.
genuinely like him, they think he's really funny. You know what I mean? And I love that. I love like when he takes like the I don't know, like when someone just makes you laugh so hard, like I love
Yeah,
that. I
I've
love
heard
that.
Adam say things that I've heard him say, 50 times,
Yeah,
but he says it and you hear Mayhem like cracking up like, "Oh, I'm
it's
like, "Oh my God,
so
that's the
good.
first time he's ever heard that."
Yeah, I love it. I do love that. And he's got a great laugh.
It's
He
very
really
very
does have a great
genuine.
laugh.
It's
It's very
infectious.
genuine.
Yeah. I still
Um,
have no idea what he looks like. I saw like a little picture and like his hair was like feathered or something like that.
I always
Hmm.
pictured Rob Gronkowski
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I guess I'll picture that.
like a top tight end from the Patriots, Manny knows he's a,
I only know from the picture he had with Lynette. Remember when they took the picture at the pool? Gronk and
Right,
Lynette?
no,
yeah, yeah.
I don't think so.
It was at some live event, or I think it was at a
Yeah, back
Vegas
in the
event,
day.
right?
Yeah, back in the day. Old school Corolla. Aw.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh man, so yeah, dude, just like a lot of different changes and
I hope we don't
current
get the
events.
email on Monday. I hope it's not like, hey guys, it's been real. Love y'all.
I'm firing
I might
I'm
be
myself.
out.
relieved. I might be relieved because like then like you said, you feel bad. Like then you won't feel bad when you're like, I don't really listen anymore. I don't
Oh,
really listen every
I
day, or
try.
I'm
God,
not.
I try. I really do try.
But it's like, should you have to try?
I know, I
And
know, I know, I
I think
know.
that's part of Ace Man's thing is like I don't want my listeners to have to try to feel obligated to.
Well, it's not on him to like try to. Like, should we?
Why? Not really. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
I've
could
heard
only
That's
people
one
say
try
more
so
that, but
thing.
like I
much.
don't like. Not really.
Yeah,
If he wants to, he could just sit at the pool all day if he really wanted to. Like he doesn't
that's
owe
true.
anybody anything
Yeah.
past
Well,
whatever like your monthly subscription this month. Like
right. Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
if you I guess if you're like a
I wonder how many
subscriber to a
subscriber he
Substack.
has on the Substack.
No idea.
I'm guessing like really loyal listeners.
All right.
I don't think in this day and age, in this fast moving,
I wonder
very
how many of the
young,
loyal. Yeah. Go ahead.
it's a very fast moving, very young media environment. And just
Yeah.
like the Tim Pools and all those guys,
Yeah.
much younger, like former special forces dudes that are like, 35 starting their own podcast, just kicking
Mhm.
ass with like super
Yeah.
like high energy,
Yeah. I
like
love that
Adam had 20
PVD
years ago or
podcast.
whatever.
That's my favorite. I love that.
President
They
Daily
like
Brief, yeah, it's
is
good.
that no, no, no. That one and
Oh,
the
Patrick Bet
brown like
David.
yeah, that guy.
I don't listen to that guy. Yeah, I don't know about that guy.
Why? Why don't is he bad?
People suspect that he's just kind of like came out of nowhere all of a sudden, like just and just
Really?
like it's just all of a sudden
Okay.
just all of a sudden just saying all the right things and interviewing all the right
Okay.
people with all the right opinions.
Interesting.
Like,
Interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've never really seen him say anything or have a
Well, I'll
show where
listen
I'm
with a
just like,
different ear.
that's
No,
terrible. But it's like, man, that's all that it's like
there's
I'm not
like
a.
four other guys. I don't know who they are. I've never watched it. I just listened to it, but
I makes
there's
me
like
think of
four
that
other guys too.
rapper. It makes me think of that rapper Jack Harlow,
Oh
white
yeah, yeah,
guy
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
who had like one collaboration
I didn't know you were
track.
such a Jack Harlow fan, man.
yeah.
I'm a fan of humanity, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like
Finger on the pulse.
he had like one. I'm a finger on like the retardation.
Okay.
Like he had like one like the weird pattern where he had one like collaboration track with like other bigger artists,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
but then all of a sudden he's a white guy. But then
Yeah,
all of a
yeah, yeah.
sudden he had a Reebok deal and was on the box of a goddamn KFC 10-piece chicken bucket. Like
Hmm.
he was like just
Well,
like a
that's weird.
it was. He was like a no name, like nobody. And all of a sudden he's like a KFC spokesman. He's got his own, like, he's got his face on the side of the KFC bucket. Like,
It's got a little bucket.
but that's what Patrick Bet David reminds me of
Mm.
Okay.
is that,
Interesting.
wow,
Interesting.
Related.
he all of a sudden came out of nowhere having all the right opinions, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I get what you're getting at.
I have been, you know what I noticed over this break is
What?
that I have podcasts that are in my ear and they like it helps me get through my day. Like this dark week has been dark for this girl. Like I need to talk to y'all. I need to listen to my podcasts. I need like like it's like it's like my
Yeah,
life. It's
your
like my
cat's
little
just like,
circle.
yeah. Your cat's
Yeah.
just like, yes. She's like, yes, it's been unbearable.
I can't
Unbearable.
stop. I've been crying. It's been a long week. 2 weeks, like 3 weeks, a month. I feel like it's been a month without like new pods, right?
It's been
Thank
a few
God for
Yeah.
weeks, I
Joe
guess.
Rogan. Thank God for Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has put out 3 new pods this week.
Oh, really?
Thank God for Joe Rogan.
Oh my
He had
God.
some hunter guy on there, some bow hunter I listened to. I was like, oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
fascinating.
earlier today, I was like, I haven't listened to Tim Pool in like I haven't, and then I was like, I've been just watching like woodworking and like nature, just like I totally checked out, totally on a
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
plane
I have too.
the
I got a
last couple
Kindle.
weeks.
I've been reading.
No,
Yeah.
I don't read, yeah, reading, whatever.
Readings for suckers.
Yeah, like okay,
Conspiracy books about the CIA, obviously, but what are you gonna do?
but but I guess he's been off. It just
Yeah, dark.
hasn't been shows, so but that's
Speaking of
good.
dark, the Hoteps have still been around.
I haven't listened to theirs in a week or two. Again, just not really.
You have not missed anything. The way they ride for Jay-Z is unbelievable. And they call him some other name.
Both of them are just one. Hove.
Just one
Hove.
they they call him some other name and I'm like,
Jigga?
"Ah,
Because I know he goes by Jigga every now and then. Well, he hasn't by for in a
it's
long
Hove.
time.
It's Hove. It's
Yeah.
Hove.
That's tough. It's like
He rides so hard for him. It's like, have you not seen any of the things? Like, have you not seen any of the things? Like, how do you ride so hard for him? I get it. I love the music too. I love the music.
it's like white people for Pete Rose or like even for Tiger Woods, which doesn't really make sense, but
White people for Pete Rose. Oh my God. That should be our merch. White people for Pete Rose.
or are there some other one that's like
Oh shit.
it's hard. It's hard when that's like that's such a part like because it's like not even like you don't weren't listening to his he wasn't writing books that you were learning philosophy. It was just beats or like
Yeah,
certain lines or like just
sure.
a certain feeling or like a
Yeah.
memory. That's hard to like. I say Tiger Woods because I grew up and I started getting into golf like late teens, early 20s, like, and he was just taking the world over by storm.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I was like golf, I was like a big golfer for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And then all of a sudden he just it found out he was just shitting the bed. Not he didn't shit the bed, he's been shitting the bed for a long time.
Yeah.
He's like, well, yeah,
You can't just off a
it's a
cliff.
real, it's a real high pressure world out there, professional golf. Maybe, maybe like she wasn't being nice to him. It's like it's hard to be honest about those things and like cut someone loose.
Yeah.
So there's like so many people from my generation that when Tiger came back after all that and won the Masters, which he did, it was like I was like
I still have R. Kelly
I was so
songs in
damn
my
happy.
playlist. I get it, but
I'm so happy for Tiger Woods when he won that Masters when he came back. It's like so I kind of compare. I got to be honest. I just compare it to that. Like it must be so hard for those guys. I think Uncle Hotep is like he doesn't really
yeah.
care for Jay-Z that much.
Yeah, he's not as into it
Yeah,
as I have no idea who these people are, but you I don't know why I feel connected to them in some way. It must be my black roots. I'm
they say
3%,
stuff. They say stuff that's like, oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're good.
Yeah, I like them. I've been told you. I want to go like if they have like they did like a what do they call
Yeah,
it? Ho
Hotep Con,
Pakistan?
Hotep,
Ho Pakistan.
Hotep. They have Hotepistan. They have Hotep
Hotepist.
Con. They have Hotep Con, but they have like a comp. They have like a get together, like in
Where
Vegas or
they all wore
somewhere.
Timberlands. The like the first three episodes I ever listened to, they were talking about the Timberlands that they were gonna wear to their. I didn't know what it was. I'm having a hot
No,
flash.
like I got a comedian friend from my, year I spent doing stand up and stuff that he every year around here, he's local. He has a sneaker ball.
Nice,
A sneaker
nice,
ball. It's like all of his
nice.
friends, like they come out and dressed up in their best with like sneakers, like whatever
Sneakers.
their new Jordans or new whatevers or whatever,
Shout
Right.
out to Robbie. I wonder if he's still collecting
Yeah.
sneakers now that he's a dad.
You know he is.
But yeah, I just kind of like, at this, I'm just like, yeah, certain cultures just obsess about stuff and they like it. And they're
Hmm.
just like, I don't fucking care who thinks it's weird or whatever, but I'm into
Hmm.
it.
I'm into Hove. I'm into
Like
child molesters.
I'm into like collecting no garden gnomes and I don't fucking care. Like I'm obsessed with garden gnomes or I'm obsessed with like
Portuguese.
Christmas goose. Yeah, porch goose.
Got my own gnome right here. What's up,
Yeah.
y'all?
Yeah,
Like
I bought the
everybody's
little
just like, I'm into
magnet.
my
I bought a little
thing.
magnet set for my fridge that has like all of her little outfits. I'm like, I'm gonna make her my whole identity. So
It's like
look out.
when you're growing up, like every friend's mom had their little like trinket collection or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe it was like little frogs, maybe it was little squirrels, maybe it was little cats, whatever. Now it's like the trinket collection is just like it
yeah,
could be anything. It could
it
be any
could be.
it could be like internet pornography, to be honest with you. It could be just like all kinds of crazy stuff people are
I have
into.
my taxidermy frog that my son won from Mexico.
People are into like just their little trinket cabinet. in
Hmm.
their living
Yeah.
room is now the world. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I'm a trinket. I'm a Shotsky and trinket. That's my life. I love trinkets. I love it's little things. I love it. This is my favorite.
It's easier to keep track of.
Little vases, little look at this little tiny ashtray, little vintage ashtray from the 30s. I'm obsessed with little tiny things. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So what do you think? Why? I
Oh,
I I like the compactness of those types of things
sure, 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 sure.
because you can have a lot of history and a lot of intricate things in like a very small package.
Right.
I like old things. Like so it's not just little old things, but a lot of old things are little because like maybe their space was smaller, but
Because you had to like
it's more delicate.
you might have to pick up and carry like you might have to pick up and move.
That too, yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you weren't like in a 30-year mortgage in like a 2,000 square foot home. Like it was like you might need to put all this shit in a wagon.
For
Yeah.
real.
So whatever is important to you, make sure it's small.
Hit the streets. Yeah. I have a lot of antiques back there. I just love them. I love like the history of it and I think about like the people that had it before me and I don't know. I love like an old serving platter or it's my favorite. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then it's not like in a landfill. I don't know. I love little old things to drink out of and to eat off of and to put my ashtrays on and my candy dishes and oh, let me show
What?
you guys.
Oh, gee, damn. It's like,
Our
It's
friend
turning into
speaking
QVC over here.
no, speaking of old things, our friend Sarah, who comes to our happy hour occasionally,
Hi, Sarah.
she she made this Christmas tree for me, and it's old antique candy dishes.
yeah, I see that. I can see that. I saw that
This
immediately.
is,
Like
and this
they're
is a
turned upside
candle.
down.
It's a candle, like an old candle holder.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that crazy? She
Oh, you
made
could
that for
sell
me for
that. You could sell
Christmas.
that for a lot because
I
people
know.
like, I think people my age would be like, I'm just thinking about my grandma right now.
Uh-huh.
So great. Oh, I love it so much. Isn't
You
that so
know,
sweet?
if you threw that in a pillowcase large enough, you could use that as a weapon.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Home defense.
It's I'm gonna leave it up all year. I love it. It's my favorite thing. I want to put it on the shelf and just love it all year. It's so beautiful. So sweet too. And it is all old candy dishes. Like what a great idea. She's so clever.
Yeah, I wonder, like we were talking about, like there was generations past that were like fascinated with glass dishes. I don't know if
So there's all
Gen
kinds of
like
like
Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I don't know. I wonder
there's
if they're
milk
gonna.
glass, there's all kinds of like different glass, like depression glass. Um,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
all kinds of things that you can look for, that you would look at like milk glass, like you would recognize it immediately if it's at your grandma's house.
I think there was a
Mhm.
period in the 90s where mostly the women, to be
Hmm.
honest, were like obsessed with like
Oh yeah.
they dug up a spot and there were like a ton of old apothecary glass, like just like it wasn't really they weren't ancient glasses, but
Is it like the
they were
Mexicans
like
like it
no,
was
they
like
were like
red and green?
they would just find a place where there was like a bunch of like old glass Vaseline dish
I
bottles from like 1904. So it wasn't like
have a bunch
ancient.
of those too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like ancient,
Yeah.
but there were obviously because ancient it was like they're very scarce. No, like they were
Yeah.
cranking out glass bottles of Vaseline in 1905 like nothing else. So it was
Sure.
like
Oh
tons
my
of.
gosh. I
So yeah,
love
you
it.
they found a place where someone was like just had a stash of like
Yeah.
all these old, but not
Oh,
that old. Like
yeah.
old, but not that old. And
Sure.
it became like really popular to put those on a shelf. Like
Yeah.
this was a
Yeah.
this was a mineral oil bottle from 1904.
I have an old Jim Beam bottle from like 19 like 20 something. Like it's an old bottle of Jim Beam or I don't know.
So
I have
I'm
a
just
bunch of
saying,
old
like, to
things.
my point is
I love
like
it.
in 1925, Jim Beam was cranking out millions of
Yeah, yeah,
dollars.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
it
For
wasn't like
sure.
a it wasn't like a
Yeah.
handcrafted item.
No,
At
but
that
yeah,
point, there was a
people that keep
factory
it. And
just
so
making
that's the
those.
other thing. Like,
But it's old. It's
do
old,
you
so
keep
it's like,
your your Dijon bottles now because they might be, of some sort of value?
no, they get smashed. But like there's some crazy person that has a bunch of like Grey Poupon bottles, and then like in 20 yeah, in 2050, they're gonna they're gonna unearth them, and it's gonna be like, can you believe
It's
what we
gonna be
found
worth
here?
something, kid. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just old. But I remember like I also meant like I remember being kind of fascinated by some of those things because the bottles were
They're
very like
different. They're so
intricate
beautiful.
designs. They would actually add like
Yeah.
this
Old
is like
milk
a
bottles. I have a couple old milk bottles. I use them as vases. So
yeah, this is
beautiful.
like a in the arts, in the world of the arts, like a classical versus liberal like things where like at some points in our history we make things with ornate features just for the hell of it.
Sure.
But then in other parts of our history we make things very plain because
Yeah.
that's very efficient, very
Yeah.
classic, very like timeless. But then in other periods we make things that are ornate and have different things just kind of for the hell of it, I guess. When things are going well
Yeah.
and you can afford to do you
Antique
could
champagne glass.
yeah, you can afford to like
Ornate.
make it you can make a champagne glass that had all these weird like little shapes to it for
Hmm.
no reason whatsoever, but it looked good. And then when
Little
things
etched
get
flowers and
austere,
things. Yeah.
yeah, like things get classic and like kind of
Yeah.
very plain, very classic, but like, you know,
Yeah. It
uh,
makes it practical. Yeah. When we went to Disney
oh,
World, there's I guess Walt Disney had put in, it's like called the Carousel of Time or the Carousel of Ages or something like that. But or Carousel of Progress. And it starts with a
oh,
man sitting there and he's like, out in the woods, basically, like barely has anything. And then he goes and he gets like a gas stove and a wood stove and like all the little things. But like he took it to the World's Fair, I don't know when, but like their picture of the future is so spot on. Like it's crazy how
hmm.
spot on it is. So I
Well,
don't
kind
know.
of, I guess those things like kind of get etched into our consciousness and then become things, I guess, maybe like
Yeah, maybe.
someone in the 40s is just like, imagine a vacuum that vacuums your house on its own.
Did you ever see that kid that
And
talked about the parallel universes
it
though?
takes
Like
forever, but then you get a Zumba or oh no, Roomba.
Roomba. Oh my gosh. I before Christmas, like maybe a month before Christmas, I got it's like a vacuum mop. And I swear to God, if you have dogs, it's a little bit pricey, but worth every single cent. Like it picks up hair, it picks up food, anything that you can imagine would be on the floor. Mop clean and it self cleans itself and dries the brush. Like it's like a robot vacuum mop. It's the
Yeah,
best
that's
part of my
cool.
house.
In the 1940s, that would have been like,
Oh my
but they'd
gosh.
be like, but I'm married.
Sorcery.
But I'm married. It's like, what in the world? What in the world would I need this for? Like, what are you crazy?
I know the petition I had to make to get this, I tell you, it's not easy being a Maxwell housewife. Oh, but it makes my life so much better. I'm like, don't bother me, I'm mopping. So easy. With this golden retriever, it's crazy.
They make a lot of those. They make a lot of those products. Yeah, I'm very opposite. Like, I'm just like, no, there's a, you got plenty of, just, you got old school mop is fine.
No, it's not. I mean, this is why. Why? I mean, honestly, why?
Well,
And it's in Dual Link. Valentine's Day is coming up.
yeah, we got a cleaning, we got a cleaning crew that comes out by
Oh,
every,
well, okay. The
not really,
benefits.
not really
Yeah, okay.
looking at like devices that can do five things like
Yeah,
that.
all right. All right, good.
But I know like that's
I
I see commercials for those things.
saw it on TikTok. So, to be
I was
honest,
worried those things will break really quickly and like they just don't last very long.
That's what I'm saying. It's so nice. It's honestly unreal. And the amount of hair that it consumes. I mean, I'll go to bed tonight and I'll wake up tomorrow and there's enough hair in here to like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna do an ad for it.
It is funny to like think about those like old cartoons where they had all these like crazy. Remember that? Like, yeah, that comes up every now and then. Like the old cartoons from the 50s, 60s that would be like Kitchen of the Future, and they're like toaster ovens flying out of the
Yeah.
cabinets and like vacuums coming out of the walls.
They had way
And
more stuff though. One of our Cindy posted like a stove from like the 40s and it had or 40s or 50s. It had like a toaster slot and your flour was in the back. Like it was so freaking fancy. You couldn't even
you know
believe.
what? Like they never, like they were making all those things, but they didn't imagine because they couldn't imagine that there would just be like open immigration.
Guess you're
I'm right. I'm
right.
like, they didn't. They were just like, who's gonna like? No one's gonna want to do all these things, so we're gonna have to make machines to do these things. Then they were just like, no, 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 no.
Who's gonna need
Just
flour
keep
to make
like,
a roux on the back
they,
of their stove?
no. They're just gonna be like, no, but you haven't thought about. We'll just like kind of like keep like in the real world. Like there's like a never-ending population of people that are desperate to like come here and like do those tasks for us for a lot less than buy like automating your kitchen.
Hmm.
I'm not like I'm joking, but it's like it is kind of like
Yeah.
sad in a way and like kind of horrible.
Yeah.
But like they didn't like those they didn't factor in the fact that like yeah, there's people like those be nameless, faceless people that show up and do all that stuff for you. Like
Do your maids move your shit around like Adam Carolla's?
I don't think so. It's we're more worried about like our kids leave such like stuff everywhere, so it's like they spend a lot of time like putting their stuff away and like
Oh, gotcha.
this sounds terrible. I hate saying this stuff out loud. It makes me angry
That's okay.
because like they're not.
It's all right. You drink the cheap beer, so it's fine. It's all balance. It's called balance.
That is true.
Natty Light, and a maid. I mean, it's
That's true.
balance.
I sacrifice.
Yeah.
I sacrifice a lot.
Take
Get this box of wine at CVS. It was like,
it on the chin. Yeah, it's good. Priorities is what
no,
they
I
call it.
think it's good. I don't. I mean, it makes sense for us, but
Yeah.
and I appreciate Laura a lot because she pulls the trigger on those types of things that make a lot of sense. Where
Yeah.
I would be like, no, no, we're gonna spend all Saturday after morning like doing it all
Yeah.
ourselves. Which is like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill has me. All right.
Handle it
On
all.
that note, I got him on my floor
That's where
tomorrow.
these Mormons got these. They got it figured out. You know what I mean? It's like, no,
I
no,
know.
they
That's
don't
what you
really
do.
though
You got to
because
get
they
yourself an ex-Mormon. Those are the best Mormons to have.
but they did like the thing where they like but they would have like multiple wives, but they'd also have multiple houses, which is like it's a
I'm
lot,
Yeah.
sorry, what?
lot to
Yeah.
Too much,
It's
man. Too much
so
upkeep.
upkeep.
much. It's so much. Don't, you know what? If you want to go into Mormons, because I am an ex-Mormon, I'm ready. And I tell you what, anything that's Mormon, I watch it. Like I am obsessed with their culture. I'm obsessed with the soaking. I'm obsessed with all of it. Like
That's going to
all of
be
it.
an
Yeah,
entirely separate episode
that'll be
because we don't
next
have.
week's episode title.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed with like the compounds and like that's a lot of upkeep, man.
Oh my gosh. Who
That's a lot of
it
siding,
has
that's a
to be
lot
a
of like
calling. First of
gutters
all,
to
it has to be a
clean.
calling. Why would you want a bunch of wives? Why would you want a bunch of wives?
Yeah, that's a lot of
Because
drama.
it's
That's a
not, I
lot of
don't
like
think it's about the love making because the wives are all jealous and mad at the other wives. Like
I know.
the
art.
husbands just
Okay,
constantly
they
heat.
are.
It's heat, heat, heat.
Okay.
They're mad. Yeah.
I
Bill's
thought
like,
they got along, which confused me.
why aren't all the wives just doing it too? And I'm like,
That's not how
that's
it
not
works.
what, that's not what they're doing.
I thought they all got along, which was
No.
like bizarre to me. Now that you say they are fighting, it's like, oh, okay, they're just normal people. I mean, they're a little confused,
Except for one husband super spread thin across four wives.
Yeah.
But for
Unreal. Like
him, it's
who
like, man, that's a
chooses
lot
that?
of like, there's a lot of gutters to clean, a lot of lawn, a
Yep.
lot of siding, a lot of
Nagging, honey-do list.
not even the nagging, like,
Um,
but that's a lot of wood, like all your, like a lot of wood, a lot of side, like just a lot of like,
yeah. Mortgages, a lot of mortgages.
yeah, not even the money. It's more like the upkeep. It's just the,
Hmm.
it's like physical upkeep of
The upkeep alone.
like, the
Yeah.
fireplace has ash in it. Oh, which one? Oh, number 7.
Hmm.
Like, it's
Yeah, that's why it's a calling.
a lot of
I've always
chimneys
said
to
it's a calling.
clean,
It has to be a calling.
a lot of
God has
chimneys
to
to
be telling
clean,
them.
a lot of
Or maybe
chimneys
it's
to
like
clean.
um a mental illness. Who knows?
I'm not going to
Maybe.
object to that. Yep.
Give my puppy buns.
I guess if you have a plan where they're all cranking out like multiple children, like then you got, and okay, but
Makes
then
Do you
again,
sense.
watch, does your
they're
wife
not
watch Sister
really,
Wives?
no, they're not really capable of doing like the upkeep work. You know what I mean? For
Hmm.
years.
What? The husbands?
No, the children.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I watch a show specifically, and there he has 4 wives, and I think I've been watching the show probably for 12, 13 years. And now it started out with 3 wives, and he got a fourth wife. And after he got the fourth wife, the shit hit the fan. And now he has one, now he only has the fourth wife.
Oh, I was gonna say it's time to go for 5. Like 5 will make it better. 5 will balance things out.
And now the fourth wife, who's her the only wife, she's a single wife, she's like, I did not sign up for this. Like, I don't want this motherfucker here every day of the week.
Should have read the fine print.
That's the benefit of a sister wife, though. Like, your husband's
I'm
not
thinking
around all
about
the
like
time.
it's like when you get a dog and you're just like, I should get a second dog to make this dog. I'm
You're
sorry,
talking to yourself,
it's
self to
terrible.
self.
But it's like, I don't know. It sounds like a good idea, but then it's just like twice as much poop to pick up.
That's my point.
Like
It's got to
they
be
don't
a
help with that.
calling.
They don't help
It's
with that
definitely got
part.
to be a calling. There's
Yeah.
no way you're doing that on your own. It's got to be a calling.
You get like 5, 6, 10 dogs, and at no point does any of the dogs start to help with all the cleanup. None of them.
No,
Just like multiples of
no.
this.
The best bet. I mean, your best bet in then helping you is if they go ahead and eat the poop. That's about it.
Yeah, they only do it with cats though. So you got like if you want that to happen, they got to get cats.
Mm.
Because I had a dog one time in high school that would like I mean I can close my eyes and see this some bitch like at the cat litter box like just looking at me like just like so happy like a kid eating candy.
Almond rokas.
Gross.
I was like, well, I guess I don't have to clean it. I don't have to clean it. I don't have to clean this box
I have
anymore,
a
I guess.
gate. I have a gate that keeps everybody away. Like the cats are on one side of the house, the
Yeah.
dogs are on the other.
Smart. Best way to go about it.
Yeah.
It's weird though. It's just like it was like this is helpful, but it's still just not. It's not okay. You
It's
know?
not helpful.
What?
It's
There's plenty. I mean, I gotta say, like dogs don't eat stuff unless they know that it's gonna. Like they have a sense about it. They don't, like they know like this. It's got nutrients left in it.
Hmm.
There's still some. There's still some there's still some calories in this.
Come on, guys.
And at the same, and then my master doesn't have to get down here and like clean up this after this cat. So it's like this is a
do
bark bark
it.
situation.
Bark, bark, baby. That's what we need.
Yeah, I remember this dog. His name was Winnie. Her name was Winnie, and she'd just be down. Just she'd go into the basement, and this
Hmm.
you go down the stairs. Like, where are you? What are you doing? You look. You be coming down the stairs. She'd be looking up like,
Don't look at me.
no. She's like, look at me. He's like, he's like jujubes at the movie theater to that dog.
It's like, you want? No, thank you. I do not.
Oh my goodness. Well, I
I
missed you guys.
should say raisin. I should have said raisinets. Raisinets, more like raisinets.
That's all
Almond
right.
Roca. It's almond Roca.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yes,
Fer- fer- fer-
All right. Happy Friday.
it's good to be back.
All right, get it on, everybody.
Get
Do
it
what you
on, do
want.
what you want.
Do what
Yeah,
you want.
it's time to get it on.
We'll see you next week.